Welcome back. Would you look at this thing? What the heck is it doing in the shop? Well, I'll tell you, I just recently purchased this. A couple things about it is it does not run and it will not be driving today. However, we might be able to get it running, and I want to kind of go through this with you and show you what it's about because I don't know a whole lot about it. It is titled as a 1927 Chevy Roadster. After looking at it briefly, I don't know if it's a custom built thing or if there is parts of an original 27 Chevy in this, if there even was such a thing as a 27 Roadster. I haven't even researched that yet. But what I'd also like to do is open up one of these valve covers and see if anything's been done to the engine, or at least a valve train that would give us clues on the engine, because I may pull this engine out. And the reason why we'll be discussing here shortly as we walk around and check it out. But overall, just looking at it, it is kind of cool, let's be honest. So hang tight with me and let's get to this thing and see what it's about. We're over here on the driver's side, so I guess we might as well check with the heart of this thing first and see what's going on. I'll give you a clue as to why I was wanting to swap this motor out. You figure it out yet? It's not a Chevy in a Chevy, that's a Ford. I'm not even 100% sure which Ford it is, but it is a Ford. So we may want to get rid of that because, well, let's be honest, a Ford and a Chevy, who does that? I mean, come on now. But supposedly it runs really good, so I don't know. Here's the deal, there's not a transmission in it. You can kind of see some daylight back there, maybe a little bit. The transmission went out in it. Look at those cool wheels. And so there just isn't one there. So we've got to figure that out. This thing has four-wheel disc brakes. That's the front. Let's go check out the rear. Look at those big old meats. Man, that thing's cool. And then here's, I don't know if you can see, there's the brakes on the inside. So here's the interior. And it's just kind of a cool rig. Look at this thing. And you might be asking yourself, well, Opie, how does a Sam Squamch like you fit in this thing? It ain't easy. One thing I'm gonna have to get real serious about with this steering wheel is maybe getting a removable steering wheel and or a tilt column, because this looks like one of those I did it steering columns kind of a thing. So, but the inside looks cool. I mean, it ain't bad. It's even got that gal with it. Hello there. You just keep doing your Hawaiian dance thing, whatever. But look at it. The seats aren't bad. And of course, it being a Roadster, there's not a whole lot to it, which is one of the things I like. And then over here, like I said, there's those big old honking tires. It's got coilovers. And of course, no rust, and it is in real good shape. Let's see what's in the trunk. The fuel tank, some extras, and some weird C-channel stuff going on in here. And then if we look up here, you can kind of see what I'm talking about with what's going on here. Hey, I just noticed something. Check this out. What's this? I know what this is. A hood prop. Somebody was pretty inventive with this. But what I can tell you is this is just tin. I'm not sure why they did that other than to just cover up this. This is actual hard steel. Welds aren't the greatest, but I mean everything's functional. I'm guessing that's probably like a 8-gallon tank or something. I don't know, it's tiny, it doesn't go too far back there. What's that? Oh, it says 27 Chevy. We better see what's in this. What is in this? Take a receipt of some sort. Oh, it's from Walmart. Manager's Corey. Hello, Corey. What did we buy? Oh, I bet I know what this is. I'll bet this is for the battery. Yep, battery requirement return. Nobody cares about the battery. Anything else in here? Nope. Okay. So, oh, wait, there's another piece of paper. There's insurance information. Oh, anyway, so kind of an interesting, I'm going to go ahead and call it a project, even though I'm hoping it doesn't take much. Even if I have to do an engine swap, not a big deal. So, here's this side. It's got, of course, shaved door handles. Look at those mufflers. Well, I guess I don't know if you'd call them a muffler. Freaking cool. I've always wanted one of these. And there's a straight-on stance of the old girl. I just wanted to introduce you to this thing. It's kind of cool, and I'm looking forward to getting into it. So it's not going to be a super lengthy video. We just want to hear what she sounds like, because with that exhaust, oh boy, I bet that thing sounds good. I'd love to hear it. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you is I don't have keys for this. So we're going to have to hotwire it, kind of get into the ignition a little bit, and just see what we can do to get her to bark off. I think that'll be pretty simple. Even if we have to put some exterior gas to it and not run the fuel system that's in it. But let's go ahead and dive into that and see kind of what we got. The very first thing we want to do is check the Earl. We want to make sure she's got juice in her to keep everything flowing right. So the dipstick being over here, that smells like good oil. Not quite full, but it's above the empty or the fill line. So that's the first good thing. Now I'm going to go and take the air cleaner off. Let's just see what we got here. An Edelbrock carb. Let's see, where's that? It's a 1408. And I don't know if that's a 600 or what, and it is sitting on here crooked. What the heck is the deal with that? And it's got an Edelbrock Torker 289, it says. I'm not familiar with Fords really at all, other than it's an internal combustion engine. So I don't even know where the block numbers are on this or any of that. That's something we should probably look up. I think the guy I got it from said it's a 251, if that makes sense to anybody. I don't know. But it is weird that this carb's sitting at an angle. I guess that's the way it is. One thing I don't like about this right off the bat is these valve covers are sitting into the firewall, and we've got tons of real estate up front. I'm not exactly sure why they didn't just scoot it forward a couple inches, but I guess that's something maybe as we get into this, we'll figure it out. So we've got oil. Let's check our coolant. Now this probably won't, what a cool radiator. Oh, we've got coolant. So it does have electric fans, which I don't intend on running it long enough for that to be an issue at all. The next thing we need to do is get some power to this rig. So let's check the battery and kind of see where it's at. I already know where it's at, but I'll show you. It's right here, behind the passenger seat. There it is. And I did charge it. It's not a great battery, but it does hold a charge. So all we're going to do when the time comes is we'll just put that on there, which I have done that, and everything's fine with it. So let's go ahead and dive into the ignition switch and kind of see what we need to do for that. So hang tight, I'll bring you in closer, we'll check it out. Here's the ignition switch. Again, I don't have keys for it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out by unscrewing that retaining nut, I guess you'd call it. We'll pull it out, see if we can't fish it out somewhere on the side here. Come on out now. I can feel you, and I know you got wires in there. Okay, well, I don't know how far. Well, she comes out a bit. Oh, hey. It's like it wants us to steal it. Perfect. That'll work. All right. So, I'm going to have to get a light. Let me grab a light, and I'll kind of show you how we're going to attempt to hotwire this thing. All right, so we got some lightage. So what we've got here is battery power, so that's straight, always hot power from the battery. We've got our ignition leads that go off to various things like the solenoid and whatever. And then we've got our accessory or our on switch. and then this one's our starter. So what my thought is to take a wire from here to here, here to here, and then I'll have a loose wire and we'll put it here just to start it and see if she barks off. So let me go get some wire and we'll kind of see if this is going to work. All right, here we go. We are going to see if this thing will bark. Now, I hope we don't start a fire because that would suck. But I did get some alligator clips for my wires. That should help. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. We got ignition. Nothing there. Let's see here. Let's try again. Oh, she wants to go. She runs! She runs kind of good. Not bad. Huh. Now that we know that we've got a runner here, let's see if the valve train gives us any information on what's going on in here. All right, let's see if she'll pop off now. Holy moly. Did they super glue it down? What is going on? RTV, that's what it looks like. And a ton of it. Holy moly. There she's coming off. Wow. Somebody really wanted that on there. Oh, just one heck of a gasket. It is ripped now. That's okay. All right. Well, here's what we got for our head assembly. And they are looking factory to me, but to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. Looks like factory head bolts. So this might just be an engine that is in really, really good shape. There you have it. So we got her running. Not bad. It ran pretty good, I think. I barely did anything other than hotwire it and turn it on. So not bad, not bad. Now the question is, what are we going to do? The motor does run. The backstory behind the whole transmission not being there is it had some kind of a Toyota transmission in it out of maybe a truck or a Sequoia or something, and I think it was a 5 or a 6-speed, I don't remember. Well, that was removed prior to me purchasing this, so I don't have that. What I've got to decide is if I want to try to find a replacement for that transmission, if I want to try to find like a 4-speed manual Ford transmission, or if I want to just put a Chevy small block in it with a transmission that I have, whether it's an automatic or a manual. So that's kind of where we're at. And I don't know what to do. I'm glad to hear it run. Now I know we've got a running, healthy motor. Anyway, that's what we've got. So I'm not really sure which direction to go. We do need to get this thing driving. Obviously got it running. So let me know what you think. If there's anything that I should do as far as those options, one over the other, let me know. Just kind of curious to what people think. It just seems weird that it's got a Ford in it. I mean, it's different, so that part's cool. I don't know if it's worth putting in that Toyota transmission or if it's better to put in a Chevy small block or a Ford transmission or what. Let me know what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you checking this out. Kind of a cool little roadster, rat roddy, hot rod thing. So thanks for checking it out. The next video most certainly will be on the semi, so stay tuned for that one. Catch you guys there.